Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to the TMossBoss show. I don't know if this is going to be an extra or an episode, because I want to upload it as an extra because I want this to come out as soon as possible, but at the same time, I don't mind waiting, but I guess I'll just let fate decide, on whether this is going to be an extra or an episode. But anyways, nah, man, for those that don't know, I've been dealing with some haters for 10 years now. 10 years in a month. It's just crazy to think. And every time when I say it, it's kind of like a shock boost where it hits me where I'm like, man, this has been going on for 10 years now. Like there's kids that were like, they're not even old enough to, even experience the beginning of this drama. Like, I'm like, it's just, to me, I just find that strange. I find it strange that, people get that upset over some content. And I'm like, man, I don't know. Like, I've been upset to the point where I don't want to be bothered with people. And you would think that, okay, that's how these guys should operate. Like, that's how they should go about life. But nah, for some reason, they just have it out for me. They're just looking out for any and everything's that, I guess, like, if it's an episode like this, that they try to, like, nitpick and, and try to make it seem like that, oh, I'm the one with the problem. And I'm like, fam, I'm trying to get rid of the problem. I think you guys got it confused. You guys want to carry on the problem. I want to move on from the problem. I wanted to move on, 10 years? I guess, like, I would, like, that since the first day, pretty much, the first day of the drama. I was trying to do the math, and I'm like, the math ain't mathin'. Either way, regardless, literally the same day when all this stuff started, I didn't want it to go no further. And, yeah, man, you just got people out there, they just get easily offended over some stuff. And that's like, I think people like that should not be on the internet. Like, if you get easily offended, you have to realize, like, where you're getting easily offended at. This is the internet. You are going to see things that is going to bother you. And I guess because I just speak from experience. I've seen where content creators have bothered me. I've seen videos bother me, tweets, posts. The thing is this, I know people will try to call me a hypocrite because, for an example, there was the one video I just did where I was talking on people saying that Taylor Swift is better than Michael Jackson. And I guess, like, with me, it's not something that I'm going to lose sleep over. Like, I'll talk about it amongst people that know of Taylor Swift and Michael Jackson, but I guess it's people where I know that we're going to share the same values on that opinion. Now, at the end of the day, if you like Taylor Swift, fam, like Taylor Swift. I'm not going to take that away from you, but don't expect me to be a Taylor Swift hater. Now that a post like this has gone viral for the second time, but nah, man, there's just people out there where they, you try telling them, this philosophy on, just dealing with somebody that you don't particularly like. It just goes in one ear and out the other. And one guy in particular, I talked about him a while back. And then his account had got shut down on Twitter. And maybe I just got to go through that all over again. Just have it where a bunch of people just mass report his account. Because it's just getting to a point now where it's like, okay, fam, if you claim to be a grown-up, you claim to be an adult, act like it. Because don't no adult be carrying on like this. It gets to a point where it's like, okay, if you are actually, he's not an adult. He's 100% a child. You can just tell by the accounts that he tweets, the way that he talks, and the way that he's acting. It's like, there is no way possible you are over the age of 18. And that's the thing that's so crazy to me, is like how easily influenced a kid can get behind a video. One video, or even if he watched all the videos about me, it's like, fam, how do you get that influence? Because I just don't think that somebody is that much of a ride or die fan of my biggest hater, the one that started all of this stuff. I just don't think somebody is that much of a ride or die fan. I don't even feel like that this AI hater, he even knows what's going on. He just woke up one day, he just randomly just started hating. I'm like, I say this because I did it. I was that 13, 14-year-old kid. No, I think I was 14. Was I 15? I don't know how old I was. I think I might have been 14, but I was that kid, though, regardless of the age and stuff. I was that kid where I found a YouTuber, started hating on them for no reason, and then I just disappeared. That's what's going to be this kid's future. Unless he decides to just throw his whole life away. And I don't know, like, maybe this kid might be something is, like, mentally wrong with him, and that's why he just don't have no concept of letting things go. Like, it's just he doesn't have somebody in his ear telling him to let things go. They all holding his hand, putting on his football helmet, making sure he don't headbutt no glass, and it's like, no. To whoever, I highly doubt the kid's parents is going to be listening to this, but it's definitely one of those things, though, where if he does get caught, oh, yeah, his parents is going to go off because they're going to be like, fam, why are you carrying on like this on the internet? Unless he's hiding it from them, and that could be the case. That's one of those things where I'm all like, I guess I just say this because I've seen this happen before, that, if you keep poking at a bear, whether it's me or whether it's at somebody else, eventually there is going to be that one person, because I don't think too many people think about this, where it's like, okay, your social media account gets hacked, and now your personal information done got leaked out, and now people know everything that they need to know about you. And that's the thing, I'm not trying to say that to scare the kid off. I mean, if he wants to sit around and hate on me, fine, go ahead, sit around, hate on me, waste your time. You're not going to achieve anything, though. Like, that's the part that confuses me, where it's like they honestly think that they're going to achieve something, and I'm like, fam, if you guys was going to achieve something, you would have achieved something 10 years ago when all this stuff had started, but you didn't. That's the thing too, where it's like, I don't think they realize, they don't understand. It's like, I went through the lies, I went through the dislikes, I went through the hate videos, I went through all of that stuff. I still came out on top. Like, that's the thing that needs to be understood. I still came out on top. Yeah, I might not have or reached up to 200,000 subscribers, but I'm going to. I'm more on track of hitting 200,000 subscribers than the biggest hater, where he was at 200,000, over 200,000 subscribers at one point, but he lost it because he decided that it was going to be a good idea to defend a pedophile. Now, if we really sit down and think about it, all of the things that I allegedly did and all of the stuff that he actually did, do you have any common sense? Like, I feel like that needs to be a proper question to ask, because if so, I feel like even a blind deaf that don't know nothing is like, what's going on and stuff, even they will agree that the person that has caused racism, okay, has caused his peers around him to be pedophiles, has promoted, being a pedophile, defended being a pedophile, explained how to get away with being a pedophile. I'm trying to think of some other things, have literally harassed people in real life and on the internet. Can you honestly sit down and convince me, not even on those stuff where it's all like, oh, he's bad, but you're just as bad. No. It's either this person, they're doing something wrong, or I'm doing something wrong. But that's the thing, though. I don't know what I did wrong besides defend myself. So that's why I'm always confused by the drama, because I'm like, I didn't want to be involved with this. I think that needs to be clear. That needs to be explained to the best of its ability. I didn't want to be involved with this. I feel like I've said that numerous times before, but for some reason, it just, again, one ear out the other. They don't want to listen. They don't want to, I guess, admit when something makes sense, because I guess it's easy for them to be dumb, and I know that's probably not a good thing to say, but I'm like, I feel like that I need to be as blunt as I can be in this episode. I guess just letting all the haters know, you are not going to achieve nothing with me. That goes for debating. That goes for getting me to quit content creating. Whatever it is that you're trying to achieve on my channel, you are not going to achieve it. You're not going to achieve whatever it is that you're trying to achieve by making videos on me. But the thing is this, though, with that being put aside, just talking on the general haters, let's talk about this AI hater for a second, because no, this guy's been on my case for some time now, years now. I didn't take notice of him until early last year. And then, but no, I was going through, so Instagram has this feature where you can DM yourself. So I remember I was going to do a video about him actually back in 2023, but I forgot. So I moved on. I was all like, okay, bigger and better things to be worried about. I can't remember what I was doing in 2023, but either way, regardless, I was like, yeah, there's, bigger and better things to be worried about. 2024. I think we can all say and agree that, yeah, there was a lot of different things that was going on with my channel where I'm like, okay, I'm definitely ain't gonna be focused on no hater. Then 2025, I mean, this guy was threatening my life, and I wish that Twitter, they were a little bit better about I guess like managing that type of stuff, because I'm like, this guy has been tweeting me, I had to say, just about ever since he created the account. And I don't know, like, I feel because when I last checked, like, he did go some time without tweeting me, but it's like he's gone right back to doing it. And it's like, fam, Twitter, do you not see the harassment? It's like, and I know people are going to try to defend it. And I'm like, fam, there ain't no defense for this, okay? Let it have been somebody that you care about, or let it have been you. You have been trying to do something about it, all right? So that's why I'm like, fam, people, there ain't no defense for this kid, and like I said, let it happen to you. How would you feel? All right. But anyways, he's tweeting me, and I'm like, I don't think he has an understanding of what block means. You can't tweet a person. It's not showing up in my mentions when you tweet me. You are blocked. I think because he sees my account, and I don't know why Elon Musk changed the whole block feature, because before, I remember when you would try to tweet somebody that had you blocked, you wouldn't be able to tweet them. Like, it's one of those things where it's like they it wouldn't go through. I don't know if the tweet would cancel out, but yeah, you wouldn't be able to tweet that person. And yeah, since Elon Musk, maybe I just need to get off Twitter. But I'm like, I'm not gonna allow somebody to run me off of Twitter and stuff. I'm like, I know there's people on there that I do talk to and stuff, so I'm like, I don't really be on. I just mainly go on there to just retweet some stuff, post some things, and that's about it. But other than that, it's like, fam, this type of behavior should not be allowed. You would think that, okay, and that's the thing where I'm like, that's what I mean by, like, parents, they need to be more involved with their kids' social media lives and stuff, because, man, there's people out there. I guess I'm looking at it where it's like he has to be doing this to kids that he goes to school with, where he probably just got a bunch of accounts lined up, and he just goes around harassing people, kids he goes to school with, kids he probably used to go to school with. And I'm like, man, it's things like that where it's like, how is this allowed? How is it like there ain't no patterns being detected, with this guy, to where it's like, it's like, overall, what I'm trying to say is that his account should get shut down, but I know there's going to be people out there where they're going to try to defend him and be all like, oh, he ain't doing nothing wrong. Again, let it be you. Would you still feel the same way? All right. So that's why. And it's just funny because people from this community has literally admitted to deleting comments and blocking people because of the very same thing that they're trying to put against me. And I'm like, man, it's just, hypocrites. That's what I'm going to say about that. But overall, though, yeah, I just wanted to kind of let people know the situation was going on. I know there might be some people where if you were following it, you're probably wondering, hey, whatever happened to that guy? Still tweeting me, just has it out for me and stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, man, you got to grow up. Like, whether you an adult, if you're an adult, now I'm like, yeah, you definitely got to grow up. But if you a kid in school, it's like, fam, go get your education. Do something productive with your life. But and I remember when I told this guy, I was like, if you really stand by this hate, actually record yourself. No AI crap. Actually record yourself standing by this hate. Like, show your face. Show who you are. But it's these people that hide behind these accounts, and they just act weird and stuff. And it's like, eventually, that is one thing for sure, though. He is going to I guess make the wrong somebody upset. And he's definitely going to, just like my biggest hater, he's gonna face his I guess his karma too, and he's gonna be getting harassed. If not, like I said, I've seen where people like him they've gotten hacked, their information gets leaked out, everybody knows. Now it's like you're done put your family in jeopardy because it's like you're trying to prove a point on the internet, and it's that type of stuff where I'm like, man, people, you gotta do, when it comes down to being on the internet, I know there's gonna be people out there that ain't gonna listen to me when it comes down to, but I guess for as long as I've been involved with the internet, that's one thing that I made sure not to ever do, is upset a crowd that doesn't even want to be upset in the first place. But like I said, there is going to be a day, just like how I predicted with the biggest hater of my hate group and stuff. But you're gonna make the wrong somebody upset. You're either gonna make a video, you're gonna make a tweet, you're going to do something that is going to put your life in jeopardy. Then it's going to get to the point where now your family has gotten involved. Your friends have gotten involved. Now their lives are in jeopardy. Do you really want that? Like that? I know people are going to be thinking like, fam, you're scaring the kid. You're saying, like, no, that's reality. It's like, if you want to live in a grown up world, then it's like, okay, let's put you in a grown up world. Are you ready for that lifestyle? Where it's like any and everybody, because you don't have, I remember he tweeted me talking about he got guns and all this other stuff. You don't have guns. You do not have not one gun in your house. Maybe a water gun, but that's about it. Somebody shows up to your house and they ready to do harm. Are you ready for that? Are you ready? And that's what I mean by people. It's like, you need to stop going on the internet just trying to go around and upset people and do all these other extra things. Because I've heard these stories one too many times. People think I'm playing. People think I'm saying this just to scare the guy. I'm being dead serious. All right. Like, it gets to a point where it's like, okay, enough is enough. Move on. I'm not saying that I'll do something like this, but because I'm like, I just want to be the messenger. But there is going to be somebody that's going to be the deliverer. I guess that ain't no real word. But jokes aside, though, I think a lot of people, it's like, yeah, just because there was. No, actually, the swatting story that happened a while back. I'm going to tell this story and I'm going to call it with this episode. But anyways, there was a situation where these, I think it was a group of people. They were all playing Call of Duty. But they started trolling each other. They started getting upset at one another. And then eventually it did get to a point where one of them had got the, was going to do like a SWAT prank call. And that's the thing too, where it's like, fam, your own neighbors can get involved, because that's what happened with this situation. So anyways, one of the people had swatted the others. The cop showed up to the wrong house. Person opens up the door. He had his gun, not knowing what was going on. Cop shot and killed a random person that wasn't even involved in the situation. So it's like, that's what I mean by like when you get on the internet, if you want to like leave a trolling comment here and there and stuff, that might be fine. But if you're going to base your whole time frame on the internet just going around messing with people, eventually you are going to face your karma. It might not be nothing of that caliber where people are going to be losing their lives, but eventually something's going to happen where it's going to put you in the spot. Are you ready to be in that spot? Because if so, get prepared. But anyways, with that being said, I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service. And peace.